Princess Irulan, the daughter of Padishah Emperor Shaddam IV, writes in her journals about her father's treachery of the Atreides. When House Harkonnen destroyed House Atreides, Stilgar's Fremen forces traveled to siege Tabor on Arrakis, with Paul Atreides and Lady Jessica, his pregnant Bene Gesserit mother. Stilgar and others detect indications of the prophecy that a mother and boy from the outer world will bring wealth to Arrakis, while some Fremen believe they are spies. Stilgar tells Jessica that she must take the water of life, a medication that kills men and unskilled women, in order to succeed Siege Tabor's dying Reverend Mother. Even though the Fremen accept Paul, she transforms the liquid and survives by using her Bene Gesserit training, gaining the memories of all previous Reverend Mothers in the process. Her unborn daughter Aliya's mind is prematurely awakened by the liquid, enabling Jessica to speak to her. They decide to concentrate on persuading the northern Fremen, who are more doubtful, of the prophecy. When Paul states that he just plans to fight alongside the Fremen, not to dominate them, Chakmani starts to admire him, despite her and her buddy Shishakli's rightful belief that the prophecy was made up to control the Fremen. As Paul becomes fully immersed in Fremen culture, learning their language, training to be a Fedaykin fighter, riding the largest sandworm ever seen, and raiding Harkonnen spice operations, he and Chani fall in love. Usul and Muad'Dib are Fremen names that Paul takes on. Baron Vladimir Harkonnen installs his sly and psychopathic younger nephew Feyd-Rautha as the ruler of Arrakis in lieu of his nephew Rabban, because of the ongoing spice invasions. A Bene Gesserit named Lady Margot Fenring is dispatched to assess Feyd-Rautha as a potential Kwisatz Haderach and ensure his genetic heritage. To join the Fremen fundamentalists who are most adamant about the prophecy, Jessica heads south. Paul stays in the north because he fears that if he goes south as a messiah, his visions of an apocalyptic holy conflict will come to true. Paul meets up with Gurney Halleck during a raid on a smuggler spice harvester, and he follows him to House Atreides' secret atomic warhead stockpile. Paul and the survivors are forced to travel south as Feyd-Rautha launches a deadly attack on the northern Fremen, destroying Siege Tabor and burning Shishakli alive. Paul consumes the water of life upon arriving and goes into a coma. Chani is enraged by this, but Jessica forces her to combine the liquid with her tears, waking Paul. On water-filled Arrakis, Paul, who now has a partial clairvoyance across time and space, spots a mature Aliya. In addition, he believes that Jessica is the daughter of Baron Harkonnen, and that there is only one route to success out of all the potential outcomes. When Paul meets with the Southern Fremen War Council, he inspires Stilgar and the Assembly by revealing his capacity to understand their innermost feelings. He identifies himself as the Lisan al-Gaib and challenges Shaddam, who shows up on Arrakis with the Sardaukar and Irulan. Shaddam removes the Baron's life support and chastises the Harkonnens for their shortcomings. In the meantime, the Fremen attack, overwhelming the Sardaukar with sandworms and atomic weapons. Paul captures Shaddam and his group and puts the Baron to death. Gurney launches an attack on Arrakeen in the meantime, intercepting Rabban and killing him. To Chamine's dismay, Paul desires to wed Irulan and challenges Shaddam for the crown. The Great Houses, previously called by the Baron, are in orbit and prepared to attack the planet. But Paul threatens to use atomic weapons to destroy the spice fields if they don't cooperate. Paul, who has been stabbed twice, kills Shaddam in a duel when Feyd-Rautha offers to be his champion. Paul asks Irulan to marry him, but she only agrees if her father survives. When Paul's ascendancy is rejected by the Great Houses, Shaddam surrenders and gives the Fremen orders to attack the orbiting fleet. Jessica and Aliya consider the start of Paul's holy war as Stilgar guides the Fremen onto the Sardaukar ships that have been taken. Chani leaves on a sandworm by herself, refusing to kowtow to Paul.